Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Courtney and I'm a full-time reseller on Poshmark and eBay. If you're not new, thanks for coming back. Always means the world to me. I feel like I've got this down in routine. I just say the same thing, but it's habit. What can you do? So just before I get to the real reason of this video, which is I sold 1,000 items on Poshmark and I thought I'd update you on my current Poshmark strategy. I did just want to briefly mention I started a second YouTube channel, and this is really just a channel where I can have a little bit of, I don't know, kind of like a vlogging diary of my kind of odd change in life. So it's called City Girl Unplugged. It's basically me sharing everything that I'm doing, or a lot of stuff that I'm doing when I'm not reselling. That can vary from weird things that happen while living alone, cooking for one person, mowing my weeds for fire clearance, my hikes, my time with friends, and outdoor activities, just kind of a hodgepodge of things. But I know not everyone likes anything non-reseller on a reselling channel, so I thought I would create a second channel, probably 1 to 2 videos each week, and there's 2 videos up. I am new to it, so be patient. It will take me some time to learn how to vlog, but yeah, I just thought if you guys want to know more about me, you go there, subscribe, hit the like buttons, let me know I should keep making more of them, and it should be an interesting little journey as well. So to the core of this video, if you aren't already subscribed to this channel, feel free to check out my other videos and see if you would want to subscribe for reselling purposes. And if you like these strategy videos, hit the thumbs up on your way out, and yeah, I would appreciate it. And YouTube does as well. So what I'm really going to talk about here is I have sold or recently hit 1,000 items sold on Poshmark. I've been selling on Poshmark since July 1st of 2018. So it's been 10 and a half months. Yeah. And I have currently 1,100 active listings. I have listed more than that. I have about 300 clothing items that have sold on eBay that were also listed on Poshmark that I just deleted on Poshmark. And I also deleted some of my early items that were done without lighting because they were just dark and they didn't really look great. So I have deleted some. So I've been busy listing this year. But I just wanted to kind of go over a few things about Poshmark that I'm currently doing and my strategy. And if it's helpful, that's great. If you do something different, totally understandable. This is what I'm choosing to do at this time. It may be different in a year. So I just thought I'd kind of give an update on that stuff. So the first thing about my Poshmark strategy is volume. I think the number one thing that has helped me get more sales on Poshmark has been to have more items for sale. And this isn't everyone's strategy. Some people are style-based and they really think picking the right items to sell is going to be more beneficial to them. I think for me, because I only go sourcing about once per week and I need to source kind of a lot at one time, yeah, I'm a volume-based seller. I want to see my active listings go from 1,100 to 1,200 to 1,300 and continue selling more during that time. So yeah, that's kind of my number one thing. Next thing is I currently sell primarily women's items, some men's, very few kids, and 0 boutique. I am not a boutique seller. Never say never. I probably will never say never on this channel. However, I don't see any reason why I would try boutique. It's not a place I shop. I think one of the reasons I like Poshmark is because of the uniqueness and the secondhand aspect of it. And I just like the treasure hunt. So there's also, boutique sellers can possibly make more, but their cost of goods might be higher. So I think it's definitely a channel that some people have had success with. I just don't see it as a channel that I would want to try. And I would love to expand men's. I'm not too interested. I'll pick up kids every once in a while if I think there's enough value, but men's I would like to expand a little bit more and just have a diverse closet. The next thing about Poshmark that is kind of hand in hand with this is styling the closet. What do you put in your closet? And for me, I have chosen not to style my closet from the get-go, and I will probably continue to never style my closet. I recently got a question, do I feel like how many listings I have is overwhelming for the shoppers shopping my closet? I'm not one to shop people's closet. I think there are people from social media that probably go to my closet and want to see what's there, and want to see what's selling, and want to see how I price things and whatnot, and possibly want to shop. But I think the majority of people buying from me are searching for an item. A list of items comes up, they're scrolling through, and they pick the one that they think is best for them. So I will try to get as many things that are searchable as possible. So I do like looking at closets that are styled. I think it's quite pretty and quite nice. There are different ways to style your closet. Maybe you just like to sell tennis shoes or sneakers, as some people call them. And so that's all you source and that's all you sell, and you've got a closet full of those. Or maybe you like preppy stuff. Maybe you like the J. Crew, the Vineyard Vines, or the, that kind of stuff, and you just have a closet full of kind of preppy stuff. Maybe you like athletic, so you like the Nike, Adidas, Lululemon, that kind of stuff. So you just source that and you just have a closet styled with that. All of those could be something that you would want to consider. For me, I like the hodgepodge because my own personal closet is a hodgepodge. I have days where I dress boho. I have days where I dress in leggings and athletic wear. I have days where I'm jeans, t-shirts, and flip-flops. I have days where when I was in a career, had to dress very business professional or much more professional for conferences. So I think my own personal closet is reflective in my Poshmark closet. I'm just a hodgepodge. I probably always will be, and I think that's okay. I don't participate in parties. Poshmark has parties. I think some people really like the social aspect of Poshmark. For me, I really want to spend my time as best as possible, and I just don't see much benefit from parties for me. If I happen to be sharing something during a party, that's great, and I'm glad that people enjoy them. But it's just not something that I worry about or aim for, and I probably, unless there's some secret thing about them. It's great to get other people to share your closet. If you're sharing theirs, it's great to get followers. And it's supposed to get, stuff in front of people who are maybe looking for those types of items. But again, I'm kind of a firm believer that a lot of shoppers are searching with the search bar. And I could be wrong, but that's just kind of my take. I do have my closet shared once to twice per day. I don't do it anymore. Recently got a VA to do it, and hands down, that was the best decision I ever made. Sharing has been probably the one thing about Poshmark that would lead me to leave, just because it is so time consuming with so many items available, to knock out over an hour each day just to share, or more if you wanted to share your closet multiple times. It was really kind of eating away at my soul. So if you want to know how to get a virtual assistant, Denali, who is, I've mentioned a million times on this channel, Ducho is her YouTube name. She's got a great video. I'll link it down below on how to hire a virtual assistant. And I know some people really like the sharing component. For me, I just would rather spend the time listing new items, engaging with customers, packaging stuff up, shipping stuff out. And so sharing is just not something that I have the time for right now. And that's okay. It's getting done, which is necessary. I do try to personally share a few items from other people and follow a few people each week. I just like to keep Poshmark happy. And I don't know what keeps Poshmark happy. I don't know what their algorithm is. I don't know what they're looking for, if anything, as far as engagement. But I know they're looking for engagement because they push that. So I do try to kind of stay involved as much as possible, and especially with other people, because I think it's important. But it is the lowest priority. I do it so little time each week, but do it a little bit. So offer to likers, I do it once per month. Yeah, maybe twice if I'm feeling really bored one day. But for the most part, once per month. I only do it on items that are $20 or more and items that have more than 3 likers. Why is that? Because I have a large closet. To do an offer to liker on each individual item of 1,100 items, it would take me all day. So I have to kind of scale it back, narrow it down a little bit. And if there's some interest in an item, more than likely someone might bite at the offer. And being priced over $20. I do have a few low priced items from early on in my reselling journey. They're already priced low, and I would rather them just sit there than put too much energy in them. So for me, offer to likers doesn't generate much. I don't know what it was like when it first rolled out, but it's a lot of work for very little reward. So I just kind of stick to about once a month. Some people do it every day. Some people do it once a week. Everyone has their different strategies. I think it depends on how many items you have, how much time you have, etc. So this is probably controversial, but I do not send offers to people who create bundles. And the reason for this is I've noticed that some people start a bundle. I had this one woman and she started creating a bundle, and I reached out to her and said, hey, my name's Courtney. I can't remember her name, but I always put their name. Hey, Melissa, my name is Courtney. I noticed that you're putting together a really cute bundle. Just want to let you know I'm here if you have any questions. Most of the time, nothing happens. Sometimes they send an offer when they're ready. Sometimes I get, yeah, I have a question on this item. And sometimes I probably twice, I think, I've had someone say, can you send me an offer? I think there's a buy now and there's an offer button. And I just think there's a lot of people sending offers, and now buyers are getting used to receiving offers and never really using those two buttons. And I think if someone wants my items, they're probably going to hit one of those buttons. I'm happy to send an offer if someone really requests it, but again, I'm trying to minimize the amount of work, social component. I want to reach out, introduce myself, let them know I'm here, in case they are worried that I'm not there, but that's about it. It does lead to some bundles. Am I missing out on sales from not sending out offers? Possibly. I don't think there's any perfect solution to everything, but for me, my time is more important than sending out a lot of offers and getting ghosted on a lot of them. So, it's, no, to be fair, I did up until probably 4 or 5 months ago, send offers to every single person creating a bundle of more than one item. I just have since changed my strategy. So closet clearouts, I just don't participate in them. I don't like bringing down my price permanently. And yes, you can bring the price back up, but then it changes some things on offer to likers. So at the current moment, I just don't drop prices. If I'm going to drop prices, I'll do it on my own time. And if an item gets too low for worth even spending time shipping it out, then I'll pull the item and I'll take it to a local consignment store and just move on. If it's stale, I have not noticed any trends on items sold or brands sold. The reason for this is I think what I found is if I source a lot of free people, I'm going to sell a lot of free people. I do have a video on my 10 favorite brands that I like to sell, and that kind of dives into those 10 brands and why I like to sell them. Some of them have a great sell-through rate, but it's a hodgepodge. I do wish there was a little bit better reporting with Poshmark for people who want it, because there's a lot of stuff that I would like to see sell-through rate. I would like to see how many free people I can see on my sales report, how many free people I've sold. I'd like to see how many I have available and compare. Okay, I've sold 50% of the free people items that I've sourced. That would be really helpful for me. And currently I don't know of a way to see data on my active listings outside of my own spreadsheets. So I don't know of any trends. I sell anything from Coldwater Creek to Burberry and everything in between. And I'll probably continue sourcing pretty all over the place as well. Pricing, I do price about 20 to 30% higher than the price I want. That allows room for offers. And everyone kind of does it slightly differently, but that's just how the metric I tend to use. I do always counter offer. So if someone sends an offer, no matter how low, I will counter offer with the lowest I want to accept. Sometimes that results in it created a sale. Sometimes they counter offer back and I counter offer again with the same price. Some people like the negotiation, other people don't. I don't mind it. There have been a couple times where someone's caught me in a bad, stressful moment in a day and I've just hit decline because it's so low and I just don't think we're going to get to a place that either of us are going to be happy. So, but very rarely has that happened. 99% of the time, I'll always send a counter offer. I don't run sales. I know some people like to create a listing where it's 4 items with a star by it are for $25. I've seen a lot of that. I wish Poshmark had a way to bulk sale or bulk edit really anything. I would do more of it. I would love to do on a weekend, Memorial Day is coming up, a 25% sale on everything. I would love to, edit everything. Maybe drop the price on everything 5%, or maybe, increase the pricing on some items in kind of a bulk way. But we don't have that. So for right now, I don't spend the time on the sale aspect. And I don't know how effective they are. I'm sure they are somewhat effective because some people do it. So cases open. Currently, I don't respond to any cases open unless it's based off of fit. I know I've talked about this before, but I don't see the point. I don't see the point because I don't want to upset buyers who potentially might stop buying on a platform if they have really bad customer experience. And unless it's fit, more than likely the buyer will win the case. So instead of upsetting them and upsetting myself, if someone opens a case, I will just let Poshmark handle it. That's what they're for. If it's something based off of fit, I might provide photos of the photo where I show the size and maybe the screenshot of the description where it shows the size, just to show that I provided the right size, and that's all I can do. But I don't let it bother me, and that's just part of business. And yeah, so I just kind of move on. The last thing is Poshmark support. I know I've heard some people kind of say Poshmark support is hard. They are email based only. They don't have a phone. I haven't had too many times where I've had to really reach out to them. The few times I have been case related, and I didn't get a response very quickly within a few days type of thing. So I just generally just don't reach out to Poshmark. I would love to see it. My number one thing that I wish Poshmark would do is I've sold 1,000 items on this platform, and I have never once been asked in any survey, in any questionnaire about certain things. And I think we all have a lot of ideas or opinions or thoughts on certain things around the platform. And I just wish that maybe when you hit 100 sales, they would send you a survey. When you hit 1,000 sales, when you've maybe bought 100 items, maybe, so buyers as well. Or maybe when someone drops off the platform, maybe cancels their account. I don't know if they do this, if they send anything out, or if they stop listing. Maybe they haven't listed something for 30 days. I wish that they would send out something and start gathering data that way. Because I feel very disconnected from Poshmark at times, because I don't feel like my voice is ever heard or wanted. I don't know, but I love Poshmark. I speak highly of it, and I think it's a great platform. I don't participate in a lot of the social stuff because my time right now is limited, but I have had great success. I do like expanding my revenue streams. That is one question that has popped up. Why do you feel that you need to go do these other things? Because when Poshmark sales are slow, which this month they've been a little slow, I have other things to focus on. So I'm not sitting there pressing panic buttons or stressing. So for me, I like to have different revenue streams. Poshmark still is a great revenue stream and will hopefully continue to be. But if you liked this video, again, hit the thumbs up, and I hope to see you in the next one. Thanks, guys.